Welcome back to Billion Dollar Businesses. If you're new here, we take you behind the scenes of the world's most iconic companies, revealing their journeys to success. Today, we're spotlighting a name that's as Canadian as hockey and maple syrup, a brand that fuels mornings, gathers communities, and serves as a cultural emblem. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the story of Tim Hortons. Grab your favorite coffee and donut, and let's dive in. Foundation, the humble beginnings. The story of Tim Hortons begins in the heart of Hamilton, Ontario, back in 1964. Its founder, Miles Gilbert Tim Horton, wasn't just an ordinary entrepreneur. He was a star defenseman in the NHL, playing for teams like the Toronto Maple Leafs and the New York Rangers. But Horton had a vision that went beyond hockey, a dream of building something enduring off the ice. Together with his partner, Jim Charade, Horton opened the first Tim Hortons shop, serving donuts, coffee, and a promise of friendly service. But the real turning point came in 1967 when Horton joined forces with Ron Joyce, a retired police officer. Joyce bought the business for $1 million after Horton's tragic death in 1974, and under his leadership, Tim Hortons began its journey to becoming a household name. It was Joyce who introduced the franchise model that propelled Tim Hortons from a single shop to a thriving network, planting the seeds for a billion-dollar empire. Major milestones, from local to national icon. From the 1960s to the 1990s, Tim Hortons expanded at an incredible pace, becoming a staple in Canadian towns and cities. Let's take a closer look at some of its most significant milestones. In the 1970s, the iconic Dutchie donut became a bestseller, alongside its freshly brewed coffee. The 1980s saw the introduction of Timbits, the bite-sized donut holes that Canadians love. These little treats quickly became a cultural phenomenon. By the 1990s, Tim Hortons had become the largest food service operator in Canada, surpassing even McDonald's. In 1995, the company took a bold step, opening its first store in the United States. While initial expansion into the U.S. market was challenging, Tim Hortons persevered, learning to adapt its menu and marketing to local tastes. A major turning point came in 2004 when Tim Hortons merged with Wendy's. The merger fueled its growth, allowing Tim Hortons to establish itself as a global brand. The partnership ended in 2006, but not before it helped cement Tim Hortons' position as a leader in the fast food and coffee industry. Innovations and iconic products. What sets Tim Hortons apart is its ability to innovate while staying true to its roots. Over the decades, the brand has introduced some of the most beloved items in Canadian food culture. The double coffee became a Canadian slang term for coffee with 2 creams and 2 sugars. Timbits have become a must-have at social gatherings, hockey practices, and even corporate meetings. Seasonal items like pumpkin spice lattes and holiday-themed donuts keep the menu fresh and exciting. Tim Hortons has also embraced technology. The launch of its mobile app and Tim's Rewards loyalty program allows customers to enjoy convenience while staying connected to the brand. These digital innovations have brought Tim Hortons closer to younger audiences. Impact on Canada's market and culture. With over 4,000 locations in Canada, Tim Hortons holds a dominant share of the coffee and fast food market. But its influence goes far beyond economics. It's woven into the fabric of Canadian culture. Tim Hortons is synonymous with hockey culture, often sponsoring youth teams and tournaments across the country. Its restaurants serve as gathering spots for locals, where friendships are formed and stories are shared. Economically, the company contributes to local communities by sourcing from Canadian suppliers and creating thousands of jobs. The company's impact doesn't stop at Canada's borders. Tim Hortons has stores in the US, the UK, China, and the Middle East, bringing a slice of Canadian culture to international customers. It's proof that good coffee and donuts can transcend borders. Challenges and adaptation. Every success story faces its hurdles. For Tim Hortons, challenges have come in various forms. Labor disputes and controversies around franchise operations sparked debates in recent years. The rise of competitors like Starbucks and McDonald's has pushed Tim Hortons to innovate and improve its customer experience. During the COVID-19 pandemic, adapting to safety protocols and shifting to online orders became crucial for survival. Despite these challenges, Tim Hortons remains resilient, constantly finding ways to adapt and thrive in an ever-changing market. The future of Tim Hortons. Looking ahead, Tim Hortons is focused on global expansion, sustainability, and menu innovation. The brand is working to reduce its environmental footprint by investing in compostable packaging and ethical sourcing. Meanwhile, its expansion into emerging markets like China and India shows that Tim Hortons is just getting started. Whether it's embracing digital ordering, creating healthier menu options, or enhancing the customer experience, Tim Hortons is set to continue its legacy as a leader in the coffee and fast food industry. From its humble beginnings in Hamilton to its place as a global powerhouse, Tim Hortons embodies the spirit of Canada: community, resilience, and innovation. It's not just a coffee shop, it's a cultural landmark that brings people together. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the Tim Hortons story, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to Billion Dollar Businesses, and share this video with your coffee-loving friends. Let us know in the comments which brand you'd like us to feature next. Until next time, stay inspired and keep dreaming big.